is up, you guys, and welcome to the Chosen League podcast, where fire sports content is the name of the game. I'm your host, Devon, and in today's episode, I'm going to be talking to you guys about Bronny James. But before we get into all that, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you can be notified every time I upload an episode. Let's get into it. Bronny James. Bronny James has entered the transfer portal, and by all means, he didn't really have a great season as a freshman, with USC. And, you know, I know people are like, well, Bronny James is not that great. He had a bad first season. He came in with all this hype. He can't be a great player just because of his name. And, but I mean, even there are a lot of teams around the league that wanted him to, go in the draft and, say like, hey, we'll draft Bronny. If we draft Bronny, we can get LeBron James. It's basically a win-win situation because LeBron has already expressed that he wants to play with his son. And then, there was a comment about, LeBron saying that his son is better than some of the players in the league. And then now, Bron comes out and says, let the kid play, let him be great, let him play college basketball. And then now after LeBron and the Lakers just beat Toronto last night. They beat Toronto Raptors last night. And the question was asked to LeBron, what are his thoughts on Bronny entering the transfer portal? So I'm gonna play this clip for y'all just to let y'all see what was LeBron's response. And here we go.
Um, well, I don't know where it came from, but at the end of the day, Bronny's his own man. He has some tough decisions to make, and when he's ready to make those decisions, he'll let us all know. But as his family, we're gonna support whatever he does.
There you have it. You heard what LeBron James said. You heard what Goat James said. He said Bronny is his own man. We're his family. We will support him. But at the end of the day, Bronny, key word, he said he has to make a tough decision. So of course, you know, there can be a lot of narratives out there that could be like I remember when I seen it, I had to when I seen it on Instagram, I was like, this can't be true. I'm like, Bronny really entered the portal? And I was like, wow, he actually did. But then it's like, okay, what does now the thing that looking at it is like, okay, does LeBron have anything to do with this? No. LeBron just stated that it's up to Bronny at this point. And I have some, destinations for Bronny where I could see him going. I mean, honestly, there's another team in California, as we know, the UCLA Bruins. And basically there's two guards on here that basically Bronny could battle for the spot if that situation occurs. So you have Dylan Andrews, he's a sophomore, averaging 13 points, shooting 39% from the field, and he's only averaging 3 assists a game. To be honest, when I looked at UCLA's roster, Dylan Andrews is the only guy that has the most assists. He's leading the team in assists, only averaging 3. Everybody else either has 1 or 2 assists, and the rest of them have 0 because everybody else is so busy trying to score or they're playing defense. And next you have Sebastian Mack, who's averaging 12 points and he's shooting 38% from the field. So Bronny could help. Bronny could go to that school. He could go to UCLA, kind of structured, but you know he would still have to play his game. He would get an opportunity to play. And the thing about at USC, we already know he didn't have a good start his freshman year. And after his freshman year, I remember seeing some posts on social media about, they compared him to Jimmy Butler because at the time when Jimmy Butler was playing in college, he didn't have great stats going in college. But when he got to the league, he became who he became now, the player that we know today, Jimmy Buckets. So that could also play a part, but at the same time with USC, Bronny had a cardiac arrest, so they were very cautious. USC was cautious about him playing, and so they slowly, got him in the groove of things. But UCLA is one team. Also, you have the Ohio State Buckeyes. LeBron's from Ohio, Akron, Ohio, as he says all the time, the kid from Akron. You have Roddy Gale Jr., who's averaging 13 points a game shooting 44% from the field. And the last but not least, you have Bruce Thornton, who's shooting 42% from the field, and he's averaging 15 points. So Bronny could either go there, and there's plenty of other teams. And let me know in the comment section, like, what are your thoughts on Bronny lead transferring, entering the transfer portal? Where do you guys see him going? Because at the end of the day, it's like even in the NBA mock draft, he had Bronny. Bronny won the. They wanted to teams were willing. The Lakers were one of the teams that were willing to draft Bronny. And the thing about it is, the Lakers, LeBron, who's with the Lakers, has a player option. So LeBron can make his choice either way. He can go and play for another team, or he could stay in LA. That's up in the air right now. But let me know in the comment section what you guys think. Where do you see Bronny going? And then last but not least, I'm just gonna speak on USC. So with USC, their history, this season they finished the season with a 15 and 18 record. They missed the Pac-12 for the first time in 4 years, and basically they made a lot of changes. So, well, one change is the head coach position. Former USC head coach Andy Enfield was hired by SMU on April 1st, and Andy Enfield has been with USC since 2013. He has a record of 220 wins and 147 losses, and he's had 5 NCAA tournament appearances. So looking at this right now, things are about to change, and honestly, Bronny sees it and he knows it. So this is one of the reasons why he's going to enter the transfer portal. I mean, or he could have stuck it out with USC, and we would have seen how far he would have gone. But maybe Bronny needs to be on a college team where it's not so much lights, the lights on him. But either way, he it doesn't really matter because he carries that name, James. So he's gonna get attention wherever he goes. But a team like USC or those like popular schools like that, maybe he'd be like, maybe it was just the situation. Who knows? Maybe it was just his situation at USC. He didn't like the way he went out. Because honestly, watching some of those games, his teammates really didn't pass him the ball a lot. Like there were times where he was open for a shot and his teammates would drive to the basket and they'll blow a layup. So, and I know people are gonna say, well, chosen league, Bronny blew a layup as well. Okay, we get it. But at the same time, it's like his teammates weren't trying to get him involved as much. So a lot of times he had to get his own shot. Now there was a couple of teammates that did pass him the ball and he got into a groove. But 90% of the time, Bronny is more so have shown his playmaking ability and his defense. And just like the NBA said, the NBA, scouts were saying Bronny is like a level two guard and wing. So he has to work on catch and shoot situations. He has to get better at that. And there's other things he needs to correct. He needs to be a better offensive player. And yeah, he hasn't really scored as much, but it was his freshman year. Cool. He's gonna get better next year moving forward. There's no doubt in my mind about Bronny. He's gonna get better. But anyways, that is all for today's episode. Once again, like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you can be notified every time I upload an episode. I'm Devon, and I'm signing off.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show.